Namaste. Today I am going to say about Karaikal Ammayar Nayanar history. She is one of the three women saints among the 63 Nayanars and is considered one of the greatest figures of Tamil literature. She was born in Karaikal, which was the during Chola period, a maritime center. Ammaye was a great devotee of Lord Shiva and she believed to have lived during the 6th century, named Punadhavathi. Right from childhood, she had great faith in Lord Shiva and worshipped him daily. As a young girl, she built a Shivalingam in sand, stunning people. Her father, Dhandanathan, was a merchant. As a young girl, she chanted Namah Shivaya, the mantra of Lord Shiva, several times daily and took care of the devotees of Shiva coming to her village. Later, she was married to Paramdhatthan, son of wealthy merchant from Nagapattanam. Devotees of Lord Shiva continued to visit her, whom she fed and gave clothes to. One day, her husband sent her two mangoes to be kept for him. That day, a hungry Shiva devotee came to her residence. As lunch was not yet ready, Pudidavati gave a guest curd rice and one of the mangoes. Later, when the husband came home, she served a mango and he asked for the second. She was at a loss and prayed to Lord Shiva. Suddenly, a mango appeared in her hands. She served the mango to her husband, who found it extremely delicious compared to the previous one, and asked her how she got the second fruit. Since he was not a religious person, she was scared of revealing the truth. He began suspecting her and asked her to get another fruit. She gave him a mango that she got by prayer. By this grace, there appeared a mango of marvelous taste in her hand. She brought it to her husband, surprised by the taste of the mango that was more delicious than nectar. He asked her how she obtained that heavenly mango. She could not explain because the grace of God is difficult to understand, but she felt that it was not good to stand there without answering her husband, determined to tell the truth. Praying to the pleasing feet of God in her heart, she told him everything. Unable to accept that it was Almighty's grace, he asked her to prove it by getting one more fruit from the Lord. Pleasing with the Lord, who meditates in the cemetery, is that if he did not give her that mango again, her words would be considered false. Immediately, a mango appeared in her hands. When the shivering Paramdhatthan received it in his hands, the mango disappeared. With mixed emotions of fear and respect, he did not touch her from that point. He planned accordingly and left with that fellow traders, saying that he wanted to earn a lot which would need him to travel to faraway lands. He acquired a lot of wealth from his voyages and he eventually settled in the Pandya kingdom, marrying a girl of a local merchant. Keeping the memory of Punadhavathi alive in his mind with respect, he lived there without anybody else knowing about it. He considered her a goddess and named his daughter with his new wife her divine name. Meanwhile, in Karaikal, his chastity wife, expecting his return, continued the noble deed of serving the devotees of the Lord Mahadeva. Then one day she came to know that her husband was living in Pandya kingdom after making a lot of money. The relatives decided to take her to him. They went to the town where he lived and informed him in advance about their arrival. With the fear and the reverence, he, along with his wife and the little child, rushed forward to salute her. The three prostrated at the feet of the Punadhavathi. He told her that his life was only her blessing and his child had her divine name. Punadhavathi was shocked and immediately stepped back to the relatives who were shocked by his deed. He told them that she was not an ordinary human being. She was worth being adored and worshipped, which is why he named his child after her, which is why he saluted her and asked all of them to worship her as well. While relatives were petrified at his words, the beautiful young lady of excellent virtues prayed to God, who got a blue throat, saving the universe from poison. With this decision of my husband, let the grace give me form of a skeleton form means pay that prizes you always there by taking away the beauty obtained by this flesh. By the mercy of Mrityunjaya, she lost her pretty body and got a skeletal body that is worshipped even today by this world and the worlds above. The relatives who were present there got frightened. They prostrated to Karaikal, Ammaye, and left. With the spring of knowledge that rises up when the soul unites with Lord Shiva. She composed then the Arpuda Tiruvantadi and sang that she became one with the Ganas that prize the lotus petal like feet of the Lord. She later sang the Irattai Mani Malai Antadi. It was 20 verses with alternate verses being the same type of poem. With the yearning to enter the range with Mount Kailash, where the Lord who destroyed the three forts of Pashash means bonds resides, she proceeded towards it. People along the way were sacred, looking at her skeletal form and ran away. But that great devotee simply ignored them, saying that when the Lord of Lords himself blessed her, why should she bother about what people steeped in the darkness of ignorance thought of that form? She reached the surroundings of the holy peak, unwilling to put her feet on that abode of the Almighty's. She ascended the mount on her head. Shakti, the mother of the universe, the ultimate devotee who never leaves the side of the Lord, saw in awe Karaikal Ammayar's devotion and told to great Lord of great servitors, what love is this of that skeletal body that climbs the holy hill with its head? The Lord said, she who comes is like a mother who takes care of me. She worshipped and obtained this form of fame. In order to bless the entire world, the Lord then came to the devotee and uttered with his lips from withered sprang the holy Vedas. Ammaye, a word being mother. This word is used to refer to women folk in general. Karaikal Ammayar fell down on his holy feet, praising, O Lord, my father. The Lord asked her what she wanted. She asked for immortal bliss, love for him, which is the ultimate boon for the devotees. She further asked, liberate me from the cycle of birth and death. Even if there is a birth, bless me with never forgetting thee. Also, I want to stay under your holy feet. When you dance, my Lord, the Lord gave her the boons. She sought and asked her to stay in the state of bliss by singing about him when he danced in the southern town of Tiruvalangadu. Taking his order, Ammayar came to Tiruvalangadu walking on her head. When she saw the dance of the Lord transcending the universe, along with Ammaye, she sang in bliss the Mutta Narpadigam, starting with Kongai Tirangi, the dance of Shiva with the matted hair that is wet with the honey from fresh flowers, put her in a state of eternal happiness under his holy feet as she sang another Tirupadigam, Etti Ilamammikai, and settled in that superior place forever. Let the immortal bliss love of Karaikal Ammayar stay in the mind forever. This highly respected mother lived before Saint Tirugnana Sambandar. It is the great thing. It is this great lady who first sang in the construct called Padigam and marked the last hymen of each Padigam with a signature. This has been followed by many later. Hence, the Padigams sung by her are called Muttattiri Padigam. In Panguni Masam, Guru Puja will be offered to Karaikal Amman on Swati Nakshatram. In the remembrance of her deep devotee bhakti towards Lord Mahadeva, people celebrate this mango festival in Adi month. For 4-day festival, it culminates in celebrations when the streets of Karaikal are strewn with mangoes. People from across the district gathered to be a part of this unique celebration of Saint Karaikal Ammayar festival. The Mangani festival at the oldest Hindu temple in city of Karaikal, an enclave of Puducherry, has an interesting legend associated with it. It is the temple for Lord Somanadar and his consort Somanayaki. Adjoining this temple is the wedding days and shrine of Punadhavathi, who became Saint Karaikal Ammaye. She is among the few saints of 5th century with a temple in her name. No one knows for certain when Ammayar temple, a small shrine with a sanctum, was built, but it must be before the 12th century when poet Shikijar lived between 1927 and 1929. The temple was dismantled and rebuilt. The Mangani festival commemorates the salvation attained by Punadhavathi through the medium of a ripe mango. It is only on this day the idol of Lord Shiva dressed as a mendicant is taken out in a procession and the devotees scatter ripe mangoes in the crowd to cash. On this day, the natives of Karaikal treat their guests to a sumptuous dinner with vada payasam. The common people honor the idol with garland made of vetiver. To ripe mangoes, betel leaves and nuts and a silken cloth is offered to her. Punadhavati's renunciation of her beauty after her husband worshipped her divinity and her consequent transformation into an emaciated form is commemorated in a striking way. The festival that is marked by processions, music and dance and public speeches is brought to a final with an elaborate display of fireworks. Ammayar said her only desire was to keep watching the Shivas and Parvati cosmic dance for the eternity. శ్రీ సోమనాథర్ సమేత సోమనాయకి శరణు శరణు శివోహం కారైకాలమ్మయే జయ జయ